We'll begin with a few announcements. First of all, it's nice to see everyone here this morning. Last week the weather wasn't so nice, so we had to be inside. And it's hard to have the liturgy outside when it's raining or when it's very cold. But it's unfortunate because we can't be all physically together. So we're doing our best to look ahead of time to make sure that only if we really need to be going inside. Because being here, as though it's wonderful to have our online streaming and it's a wonderful use to have, nothing is as the same as being here in person. So it's wonderful that you are all here. Sunday school will be immediately after liturgy at 12:30. And before Sunday school, we have our Moms and Tots program that will be on Zoom as well. Our Bible studies are Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock on Zoom. And if you're not receiving these bulletins, please subscribe on our website, and you can see our weekly bulletins on our website as well. Our Philoptochos is having a Thanksgiving food drive. It's $30 to feed a family for Thanksgiving, and more information is on the bulletin, as well as their holiday bake sale that they'll be having. Greek school is going to have a Christmas drive-through of blessing bags. The blessing bags are essential items and toiletries for those in need, and that will be on December the 6th between 5 and 7. We also will be having our Christmas community card, and you'll be receiving information as well. And if you would like to buy something from our bookstore for Christmas, please contact the office or call Zoe. You can see her number on the bulletin as well. And she'd gladly meet with you here at the church if there's anything you'd like from our bookstore for Christmas. We also have a young adult event this Saturday, November the 21st. It's a campfire and dinner here on the church grounds, and that will be at 5:30 in the afternoon this Saturday. And that morning we have liturgy at 9 o'clock for the entrance of the Theotokos into the temple. That will be at 9 o'clock on Saturday. And finally, we have our Long Beach Greek Feast. We had to keep pushing the date, but now we have a date down. All the information is on our website, and it's on there at between 1 and 7 o'clock this coming weekend, November 21st and 22nd, and December 5th and 6th. Again, from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock. There'll be a drive-through Greek feast, and everything is pre-ordered. So please pre-order, and you can come between those hours, as this will be a fundraiser. Since we couldn't have our festival this year, this will be our drive-through feast, and to be able to support the church. And again, thank you for those who are sending in their donations through Venmo and lighting their candles, and here today that are making your donations. So today's sermon, today's gospel, is about what it means to be a good neighbor. You hear those commercials about car insurance that says, like a good neighbor. Well, what's a good neighbor? Someone who is dependable, reliable, someone who's there for you. And in this morning's gospel, a lawyer comes to Christ and wants to exchange a dialogue with him. And lawyers have a skill set about the law, about debates, about legal counsel, about agreements and contracts. So he had a very strong skill set in the law, and specifically the Mosaic law of the Old Testament. And this lawyer says to Christ, how do I gain eternal life? How do I go to heaven? And Christ says to the lawyer, well, what is written in the law? And the lawyer responds, love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, strength, and mind, and your neighbor as yourself. And the lawyer then says, well, who is my neighbor? So Christ gives a story so he can explain his point, rather than telling him who is his neighbor and how a good neighbor should act. And in the story, a man is robbed and beaten and left on the ground to die. A priest walks by, a man of the Old Testament, a high Levite, a person of the law, walked by and just allowed this man to be on the ground. But a Samaritan, a person who the Jews would not speak to, stopped, had compassion, bounded the wounds of this man. He sheltered him in an inn, and he put him on his animal to walk him to the inn. And he provided funds for this man to be taken care of. And Christ then says to this lawyer, who was the neighbor in this instance? Was it the ones that walked by and allowed this man to suffer? Or was it the Samaritan that had compassion, bounded his wounds, sheltered him, and provided for him? And the lawyer said, the one who was merciful. And mercy in Greek is eleemosini. And we say this in the Divine Liturgy, Kyrie eleison, Lord have mercy. We're asking Christ to be merciful to us. And Christ says, go and do likewise. He doesn't say this to the lawyer only, but says it to all of us, to go and be like the Samaritan, to have compassion, to bound people's wounds, to shelter people, to provide. Our status is measured by the mercy and love we have for others. And Christ tells us to do the same. So may we be a good neighbor and be dependable and reliable and there for those in need. May God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. I'll be distributing communion here in the middle. Please wait for the parish council to instruct you, as we want to be orderly as much as we can. And the blessed bread andidero is also in the back if you are not receiving communion here in the front. May God bless you. It's wonderful to see you, and enjoy the rest of your day and have a blessed week.